ahead and get started once we get that trophy down.
Thank you.
Iga, congratulations, your third straight Roland-Garros title, your fourth overall, and your fifth slam. Just talk us through what this accomplishment means to you.
Oh, it means a lot. This tournament has been, pretty surreal with its, beginning and with second round, and then, I was able to get my game better and better every match. So I'm really proud of myself because the expectations obviously have been pretty high from the outside and pressure as well. So I'm happy that I just went for it and I was, ready to deal with all of this, and yeah, and I could win.
Question up front to start. We'll start with English, please.
Do you have the feeling that today you played the perfect match?
I think, looking at the whole situation and the fact that during the finals there is, sometimes a lot of pressure, I think it was a really good match. Obviously, I got broken at the beginning, so it wasn't maybe perfect, but I think the level was pretty high and it wasn't so easy as the score says. And yeah, I think I played pretty well considering all these, facts and the pressure.
Iga, congrats.
Thank you.
You've got the reputation of being a front runner, over the course of your career, running away with matches, building a big lead. But this year, based on what you did in the second round, you did it from deep trouble. And I just wonder, what kind of satisfaction does it give you to be able to win those kind of matches like you had in Madrid, like you had here with Naomi? Does it give you, you think, extra confidence or even something special for your future development?
Well, for sure, it gives me the feeling that I should always believe in myself, that I can find my tennis even if I'm in big trouble, and with this tennis, fight back. So it gives me confidence, and we'll see. I'll always try my best no matter what the score is. So sometimes it's gonna end up like that. Sometimes I'm gonna lose, but when you're trying your best, it's always the best solution because you have no regrets, and you can turn tournaments into something like that.
Thanks. Congratulations, Iga.
Thank you.
Just working off that, do you even remember like a version of yourself that might have reacted differently to those tense moments, whether it was with Naomi or the sort of moment in the second set with Coco, or even today early on when she got the first break, and if you had sort of, and would that version of yourself believe that you were doing these things now?
Maybe not certainly, because I wasn't that kind of person that always knew that I'm gonna be on the top of WTA rankings and play and win so many tournaments. So yeah, I can remember it easily, but it doesn't really matter because we all come from different places, and at the end I made a huge work to manage things so I can turn things around in these high pressure moments.
Hi, Iga. First of all, right here. First of all, congratulations on a great success. There's a famous picture of you 5 years ago in Rome when you couldn't get into qualies of the tournament. Now you're here five years later, having 5 Grand Slam titles. Could you take us a bit to the journey of not being able to get into qualies and now having a title right next to you?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like in tennis, I feel like this journey, it's pretty fair for everybody. You just have to fight through these, moments where you can't get into tournaments and play on ITF level, then, start playing on WTA level. But it all went pretty, quickly for me. Like my progress was basically like that. I never really stopped. So I'm for sure proud of it. And yeah, it's weird, but on the other hand, it's normal because I was 18 or something. So yeah.
Iga, congratulations.
Hi.
You said earlier on the court that it was a very emotional win today. If you can expand on that and tell us why it was emotional. And also, when you talk about pressure, do you largely mean the pressure you put on yourself?
When I talk about pressure, I usually I put pressure on myself because of pressure of the outside. So obviously I'm a perfectionist, so there is always pressure like behind me. But I think I'm fine with like handling my own pressure. It's when the pressure from the outside hits me, then it's a little bit worse. But I was I managed it really well at this tournament, and it was an emotional win because I felt a lot of stress yesterday and today in the morning, and I knew that if I'm gonna just focus on tennis, I can kind of fight through it. And at the end, it all went how I wanted. So I just felt really proud of myself.
Hi, Iga.
Hi.
You just described yourself as a perfectionist. I'm wondering, do you mean only when it comes to tennis or in other aspects of life? And if it is a broader thing than just tennis, could you tell us a little bit about in what ways or what examples there might be of that?
Well, when I do anything, I want to do it 100%. And it is, I think when you're a perfectionist, you're a perfectionist everywhere. But yeah, so yeah, basically it comes up to like doing everything 100% and not really, sometimes not being able to like let it go, But I'm working on it, and this is a tricky thing because for sure it helps you, to be better, but sometimes it can be a huge baggage as well. So it's good to manage it properly.
Would you mind sharing a way or two away from the court in which you find yourself wanting to be perfect?
We're not on therapy, so sorry.
Hi, Iga, just here. You shared the stage afterwards with Martina and Chris, two great champions and great rivals as well. You've obviously won finals here against 4 different people, and maybe you don't have a rival here because you've been so dominant. Do you kind of imagine a time when you will have someone who comes along who's able to challenge you here and play great finals against you, and how do you think you'll deal with that mentally?
Well, I think we already have, some players that I've been facing a lot, and like, Arena, Coco, and Anna. So it's not like we don't have that, but for sure, it's not so obvious like, Roger, Novak, and Rafa. But I don't know. Sometimes, it's the draw. Sometimes it's, the fact that one player is going to play well here, one player is going to play well in other place. So I can for sure, imagine that, but I don't know which of these players who that would be, or maybe somebody new. We'll see.
Hi, congrats. You've talked a lot about how your first win here was so unexpected and changed everything. I'm curious now that you've done it 4 times. How has your experience helped you in these difficult moments, like Naomi match, and also you mentioned the stress before this match?
Well, for sure, I have plenty of experiences where I don't know, I felt stress, or I knew that this match is going to be really important and a high pressure match, but I was able to manage it, and then you can just use it when you have next situations like that, because it's not like, oh, it's my 5th Grand Slam final, I'll have no stress, because of that. Usually it doesn't work like that. So yeah, so for sure the experience helps. It's kind of easier to do it as an underdog, I would say. So that gives me even more positive feelings that I manage everything properly.
Just a few more English over here and back.
Hi, Iga.
Hey.
One of the challenges for any French Open champion is the short amount of time between the French Open and Wimbledon. Could you imagine a time where you would maybe want to devote more time to getting ready for Wimbledon? Do you feel like that now, maybe?
I had these ideas, like, I don't know, doing preseason on grass so I can learn how to play there. But last year's result was pretty nice, and I feel like every year it's easier for me to adapt to grass. So I think there's no need to do that. I just need to continue the work that I've been doing, and it's been easier every year, especially with my coach who's been playing. I mean, with Iga Swiatek, they had great results on grass, and he kind of feels the grass well, I think. But yeah, for sure, it's a huge challenge. If I would lose here earlier, maybe I would be able to play 2 more weeks on grass and then be a better grass player. But if I would choose, I love playing on clay, so I'm not going to give up that ever.
Hi, Iga, congratulations. Just building on that, it was after Rafa's 4th title here that he won his first Wimbledon. And I just wondered how you feel it's kind of changed from year on year. You mentioned there that, there was improvement last year. Do you feel each year maybe that you're maybe getting closer and understanding how to get that balance of going deep here and then instantly making that adjustment?
Well, it's not like I've had so many years, doing that, so I don't know yet. But I felt last year that, I could adapt quicker, and I'll also see, if what the plan is for this year, because last year it was the first time I was able to play this tournament before. I played Bad Homburg, so I think to play some matches on grass before the Wimbledon is also good. But on the other hand, I played, basically almost every match in Stuttgart, Madrid, Rome, and here. So we need to take care of my physicality as well. So we'll see what the plans are. But I think the biggest progress I can make on grass right now is using my serve. That was better, but also I don't expect a lot because the balls are different. Overall tennis is different on grass, so I'll just see and I'll work hard to play better there.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you.
Winning Madrid, Rome, Roland-Garros, winning here with everybody telling you couldn't lose. I just wonder if you've proved yourself anything or learned something new about yourself during this stretch?
Well, I honestly learned that I can make it because at the beginning when I 8 weeks ago when I went to Fed Cup and then I didn't, come back home for all these weeks, I was like, oh my God, when I look at my calendar on my phone, it looks crazy. How am I going to survive that? But here I am. And honestly, I've been really, I think I learned that if I enjoy life off the court, and I really, enjoyed being in Madrid, Rome, and here, it helps me also to be fresh on court. So there, I think I had less, drama compared to last year, and I could really just enjoy life. So then I felt, more energy on the court.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the whole week, 2 weeks.